Hey, what's up all you do-it-yourselfers? My name's Dylan. This is Dylan's DIY Workshop, and today I've got kind of like a little story to share with you guys. Okay, so this is kind of a story on how to get hand tools and how to get good hand tools. Now, I'm not talking power tools because this doesn't really work for power tools, but I'm talking hand tools like files, chisels, pliers, screwdrivers, things like that. This is the best way to get them cheap. So I'm just going to start off by showing with you guys what I just got today, and I'll tell you how much I spent on each item as well. So this right here is for making the rivets, kind of like for the Kydex sheath. So they're little clamps. They don't line up 100% until you close them. So they either need some work or they're not just going to work as well as they should, but they're still a nice tool. So we've got those. We've got these tiny little box nose pliers. I didn't have ones that were these small, so I got those ones. Double lock pliers. Also didn't have ones that were that specific size, so I got them. I found this chisel right here. Sorry, I forgot how much I was paying for these. $3 for this. $1 for this. $1 for this. This chisel right here was $1. This right here was $1.50, and this is a special pair of pliers that I don't know what it's for, but I had to get it. It's got kind of a funky close on it. You see what I'm saying? It's all like kind of like a scoopy bit here, kind of looks like a little mouth, like rah, like a whale. Don't know what that's for. I'll figure it out. Bigger box nose pliers. Now these ones have some tape on them that need to take them off. I need to take the tape off. I don't know what kind of greasy goop's all over that. But that might be why the tape's on there. Anyways, bigger box nose pliers. Throw those in something to clean them off. Some other box nose pliers. These ones don't really want to open. But another one of those, clean it all out. And it is by Caroliter, I don't know, something like that. I can't really read it. But that was $1. So we're talking, this is what, $1.50, $1.50, $1, $3, $1. And then I got this right here. It's a spike wheel. It's so that you can have a piece of paper with a drawing on it. You want to transfer that to your work. You just run it along the lines and it rolls and it puts a whole bunch of tiny little dots. So it's perfect for carving. Might not be so great for wood burning because you'd have that spike line. Unless you're doing a deep line, then it might be perfect. So this will save some time. This was $6. Pricier, but $6. Then I got this punch chisel right here, stone chisel, for $1 as well. It was made in England by Eclipse. I got this in a 3-piece set with this chisel, so I wasn't necessarily going to buy this, but it had to come with that chisel. Then I found this Mortising Chisel. It's a 3/8 or a 1/2 inch. I haven't measured it yet, but a Mortising chisel, beautiful condition, and I got that for $3. Then this rasp right here. I've never found a rasp that was that small and that round. So we have a rasp right there, and then it has this little thread bit so that it can pull itself into a piece of wood and then cut on a side. That's what these are for. Got that for $1 as well. It came with the other chisel there. Then we got this right here. Now this is the cream of the crop, and it is a Stanley number 77, not 77, 70? Stanley 70. Stanley 70 box scraper, box pull scraper. Anyways, it's so that you can plane the bottom corners of boxes, as far as I know. I know Jimmy DiResta has, I believe, one of them, and he was going to use it for his canoe, because I watched the Making It podcast, and I also watched his plane video, and I saw that he had one of those, and he had one. After making things for like 50-odd years, he had one. So I was like, I saw that, and I bought it. $10. Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys how to get things this cheap, how to buy tools this cheap. The first thing that you want to do is figure out your nearest antique shop. That's one place to get nice tools. Another place is a Goodwill or Salvation Army or a secondhand thrift store that's for charity, basically. The proceeds go to charity, not necessarily a pawn shop because those people are out to make money. More of a charity donation store like Goodwill or Habitat for Humanity, Salvation Army for people in Canada. Those places are trying to make money for a charity. They aren't necessarily focused on let's make as much money on this project as possible. They're trying to move as much product as possible. So you can get stuff really cheap there. Almost all of this stuff I got from an antique store, and a lot of things in antique stores are expensive. People will have, you know, a chisel like this $35. Well, I'm not going to buy a $35 chisel or a hand plane for 50 bucks. Well, I'm not going to just hang it up on the wall. It's not for decoration. I'm actually going to use it. So I need it to be cheap because I don't really want to spend much money. So that's where I found most of these is you go into booths because they're usually set up in booths and you'll find boxes of just hand tools like this sitting in the bottom corner, just all forgotten about because they're not that important and they're not going to make much money. So they're just down in the bottom corner, but they're still there. And that's what you have to find, is that box full of all these small tools. Like I found this mortising chisel. It needs a little bit of work, but you can always add to it. You can always come and file it down. You can always stone it down. You can always clean it up. So this is going to be a very beautiful mortising chisel when I'm done with it. It's got a beautiful handle, beautiful piece up at the top. It's got an extra ring of wood around it so it doesn't split. And then this rasp right here that I paid $1 for, I could not have found a rasp like this unless I went to Lee Valley and I paid $45 for one rasp. So all of this has been worth it for this one rasp that I'm going to be using on that cane build, twisted cane, walking stick. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that's what you need to do to find cheap hand tools, as well as if you want to make a knife and you're looking for high quality, high carbon steel, something that you could heat treat in a backyard forge and then temper in your oven, go find a chisel or a lathe tool or something, just a broken out one that is in an antique store, and buy that because it'll cost you like $1 or $2 and you will be able to have that piece of metal. Like, is that worth $1 to you? Because I'm gonna go ahead and say you can't buy a piece of metal like that online for less than $20. So I just wanted to share with you guys what I got and where I got it, and that is what I would suggest to you guys. Also, yard sales are absolutely that much better for finding stuff like this, because at an antique store these people are trying to make money on it, but not necessarily a lot. And then at a Salvation Army or a Goodwill, they're also just trying to sell a product so you can get stuff there very cheap. And then you could also, from a yard sale, get all of those things super, super cheap, because that is where a lot of people from antique stores get their stuff, is they go to yard sales, buy stuff cheap, sell it in the antique store as antique stuff. And a lot of the things are antique. This chisel, it might only be 60, 70 years old, but that's antique. This right here might only be from the 90s, but I guess you could say that's old. Certain things like this, I'm guessing that's no older than the 90s. Anyway, there's just so many neat little tools that you can get, like a little pair of box nose pliers. I'll use this for wire bending when I start to make wire sculptures again. It'll be great for the 24 gauge wire. And then the other pliers, it's always good to have extra pliers that you can leave in different places. This chisel, I think it's bent. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I did need to get it to get this rasp right here. So all of that is great. This is going to turn into a restoration video and possibly a very nice tool. So there's just all kinds of things that you can get at an antique store and project ideas you can find, as well as at a secondhand store that is for charity. Yard sales are amazing places to find things. So there are 3 places to find absolutely amazing. And like I said, hand tools, you're probably not going to find power tools at an antique store that are going to be cheap, or you're not going to find power tools at a thrift store or something like that cheap. You're not going to get those that cheap. Yard sales, that's a hit and miss. Some people want a lot of money for this stuff, some people don't. So that's just always one thing to keep in mind. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you all in the next one. As always, I'm posting videos every Tuesday and Friday. Those are the guaranteed uploads. Other videos trickle in throughout then if I get excited and I want to post one. But every Tuesday and every Friday, look forward to a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please share this video with a friend. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, give it a big old thumbs up. We'll see you guys all next time. Peace out.